texted Craig and said, I haven't heard from you, and is everything all right, and how are you doing? And he said he was really stressed, and I said, well, how can we help? And he said, do the children's service. And I said, not a problem. Love to do the children's service. So, enjoy.
Thank you. Well, today was certainly a cold morning, wasn't it? Not like some of the warmer days we've had earlier in the week where it seemed like spring was on the way. And with the cold morning, it presents us with a lot of choices. How do we dress? And there are other choices in our life also. Have your parents ever told you to do something and you didn't want to do it? Yes. And so you have a choice. And the choices we make sometimes are difficult. But it's important that we think, yes.
Do you celebrate Groundhog Day?
Yes.
And that's a choice.
That's a choice, yes. Well, today's lesson comes from the land of Homes. Who knows where Homes is? Homes is a mnemonic that I learned when I was in school to learn the names of the Great Lakes. Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. So today's lesson comes up from us from that area. There was a little Ojibwa boy. The Ojibwas are a group of Indians who live in that area. And he sat outside of his grandfather's lodge, pouting. His grandfather came home and saw his grandson pouting outside the lodge. He asked him, "What's the matter?" And his grandson answered, "I hate the Chippewa." Grandfather took a step back and said, "You hate the Chippewa?" He goes, "Yes, Kanutuk always cheats when he plays games." Grandfather said, "Kanutuk is not all the Chippewa. He's just one person." "I know," said the grandson, "but he always cheats, and I hate him." The grandfather smiled and sat down, and he said, "You know, hating is like drinking poison, hoping the other person dies." The grandson looked puzzled. The grandfather said, "You see, when you hate somebody, the person you hate either does not know that you hate them or doesn't care. And so you carry these bad feelings around inside you that affect the way you see the rest of the world." As the grandson sat thinking about this, the grandfather reached into his leather deerskin pouch and pulled out some pessimum jerky. He cut up a slice and handed it to his grandson, and then he took a bite himself. As the two of them sat chewing on the jerky, in the distance they heard two wolves fighting over a moose carcass. "Listen," the grandfather said, "Wolves, they're fighting." The grandson said, "Yes, I can hear them." Then the grandfather said, "You know, I have two wolves that are always fighting inside me." The grandson looked surprised. "You have two wolves fighting inside you?" "Yes," said the grandfather. "One wolf is stands for benevolence, kindness, love, compassion, courage. The other wolf stands for greed, hate, ego, pride, deceitfulness. They're always fighting." The grandson seemed surprised, and then he asked his grandfather, "Well, which wolf wins, grandfather?" The grandfather smiled and said, It depends which one I feed. So that's about choices.